tonight to this? Yeah. No, so what's going on in Bayville, you didn't know, did you go out tonight? Neither do I, Michael.
Realized I wasn't there.
Definitely. What about South America? You haven't done any South America yet.
I have not.
That's a good one too.
Yeah,
Buenos Aires and Yazoo Falls.
that sounds interesting
Kind of a
too.
cool,
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
cool.
there's
Yeah,
lots of
yeah.
stuff to see out
But I
there.
think I might like Egypt better. No, I have to
say
be.
enough good
Yeah,
things about that.
that's good. Yeah, yeah.
I loved it. I mean, I love that experience.
But I actually want to go back to Africa if I can. It's addictive. Oh, okay.
How's your grandson? How are you?
Just to show you. This is next week. I won't be here. They know I won't be here, right?
Come on.
The time.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearing, board members have visited all or most of the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the public hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everybody an opportunity to be heard tonight. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Are there any postponements tonight?
There are no postponements tonight.
Okay, let's call the first hearing.
Hearing number 1, Appeal 25-433, Michael and Janelle Keene at 50 Cherry Street, Massapequa.
Hi, I'm still a truth in this proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Scott Kahn, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York. Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. I'm here tonight representing the Keene family, who seek 2 variances before you to build a 1-story addition to their home. First request is to permit this addition to be only 3.75% over the allowable 25% lot coverage, and we're asking for 28.75%. Our second and last request is to permit 235 square feet over the allowable gross floor area of 3350, asking for 3585. I printed actually a small set of plans for everybody. I could hand them out. Janelle Keene's brother is in a wheelchair, and the reason for this addition is because we want to keep everything on the first floor. And we could have went straight up with the house and not needed any variances, but the expansion on the first floor, you'll see,
It's a small house.
it's a small house, and the bathroom's ADA compliant and so on. That's basically that case. He did.
Oh, really? Okay.
No cellar entrance?
You know us so well.
I was gonna say apple polisher.
We'll remember that the next time you bring one in.
I ain't bringing one in.
Okay, good. All right, anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Thank you. Thank you. Hearing 2, Appeal 25-349, Michelle Pulio at 143 Northeast Boulevard, North Massapequa.
Hi,
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during this proceedings.
yes,
Your name and address, please.
Michelle Pulio, 143 Northeast Boulevard, Massapequa, 11758.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
You're supposed to tell us why you're here.
Why
Just
you're
tell us
here.
what you're
Okay.
doing.
So I've lived in this house for 32 years. I put a fence up. I replaced a fence that was existing from the previous owner. So I put a 6-foot fence up 30 years ago. not knowing I needed a variance. And I put it on the property line that was already existing. I also put up a pool like 13 years ago, that when I went through Island Rec, nobody told me I needed a CO or what, for that either.
They sell pools
I-
only.
I didn't know that your side yard is your front yard. I never knew that. I've
On a
lived there my
corner.
whole life. I guess my fence was falling, and instead of my neighbor telling me my fence was falling behind a tree that I couldn't see, that opted someone to come and, I guess, see my fence and my pool, and that's where we're at right now.
So you had a complaint filed against you?
Yes, because the fence was like 6 inches off the post on the top hanging.
Okay.
So it would have been nice if my neighbor told me to fix it. I did fix it as soon as I saw it, because I have the trees, big cypress leylands, and you can't see.
See
And
the fence, yeah.
it's a cul-de-sac, and I don't go in the cul-de-sac, because I'm the corner of it.
Right.
So I have no reason to go back into my neighbor's front yard. So I don't know who called, but that's where we're at now, and it's just opened like a huge can of worms, I guess. I did
I
my,
don't think it's that huge, unless it's between you and your neighbor.
I don't even know who did it. They don't tell you, and
Alright.
it's fine. I'm not a bad neighbor. I don't know if I angered somebody. I don't, whatever. I did the survey. I had the survey done. I think I'm good with the pool as far as the electric
My only
line.
concern is your fence. I just want to ask one question about your fence.
Sure.
Okay. So this is your survey. I
Right.
don't know if you could see from here. If not, I'll have Michael show you. And here's your driveway,
Right.
right? So here's your fence. Where's your neighbor's driveway over here? Is it next to your driveway?
No, there's no
There's no-
driveway.
okay.
No.
All right, I didn't think so, but
No,
I...
the
Because
side,
it's a cul-de-sac and it
it's a
goes-
cul-de-sac. No, his driveway's on the other side, so, no, his driveway's not there. Neither is my neighbor on the other side. His driveway's on the other side also.
I'm just, yes, our concern is always with a fence that it doesn't interfere with the line of sight of a vehicle or a small child.
No, because it's way back from the stop sign.
Well, she, even for the neighbor on the cul-de-sac side, pulling out of his driveway, does it block his line of
No,
sight?
no, I don't think so. I don't know. I've never pulled out of, I don't know what his where. I don't
It shouldn't
think
if it's on the other side. It should be okay.
well, his driveway is behind me, so,
Yeah.
no, I don't think it's in sight, because he parks his car in front of his house, so he has to go around his car anyway. And everyone parks in the street in the cul-de-sac. Some are sticking out sideways, some,
All right,
I don't think it's blocking anybody's view.
well, we might, Kathy, did you look at this by any chance?
I did not, I didn't see it, no, I
All
didn't
right.
go see it, but I would like to put it on reserve.
Yeah, we may have to put it on reserve to go look at it ourselves.
Okay.
Nobody looked at this one, so.
You don't have to come back.
You don't have to come
Okay.
back. You don't, yeah, you'll just get your decision.
Oh, okay.
I don't see a problem with it, but we have to look at it for our own safety, safety
So-
of the neighborhood.
I just want to say one thing. I know what's required is a 4-foot fence.
Right.
That's your only, for me, I'd rather have a 6-foot fence around my house.
Of
Just-
course, most
You
people
can,
would.
kids, you can jump over a 4-foot fence.
Yeah.
I have a stockade with the, outside, so no one can, you can't climb it unless you want to. You have to, so I thought that would be a safer way to keep the pool
Most
confined.
people want a 6-foot fence, so
Yeah,
that's
right.
fine.
Right,
It's just the safety of the driveway,
okay.
That's the only
backing
thing.
out and coming in, that's all we're concerned with.
Well, I guess if he was concerned, he would have showed up here, because I sent him a
We
certified
don't know, we
letter.
didn't ask yet.
Oh. I don't know. I don't think he's here. Maybe.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody else? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? No. Correspondence.
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the
Okay.
decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay,
So you don't have to do anything else but wait for the decision.
okay.
All
Thank
right?
you.
You're welcome.
Good night. Hearing number 3, Appeal 25-406, Sean Diaz, 25 Imogene Drive, North Massapequa.
Thanks, sir. Would you raise your right hand, please? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
Michael Biggin, 1 Stewart Avenue, Bethpage, New York, 11714.
Thank you.
We're looking to enclose a portion of a front yard for a fence, with a fence, 6 foot high, to increase the living space in the backyard. It's a-
So
simple-
that's A, that's proposed, and then we have B, and it says existing.
That was from the previous installation. That,
So is there one fence that's existing, and then you want to put more
Correct.
fencing up? Okay. Okay. All right. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 25-514, Frank Brusella, at 174 North Syracuse Avenue, North Massapequa.
Thanks, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Frank Brusella, 174 North Massapequa, 174 North Syracuse Avenue, North Massapequa.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Hi. The reason, yes, the reason I'm here tonight is I'm trying to get a variance for a deck that's behind my house. And the reason this deck came up is because I put a pool in last year, and on the survey, it showed that the deck is a little oversized. When I bought the house in August of 2024, that deck had a CO already, yes. And if I never put the pool in,
You attached it to the deck, is that what you did?
no, I put a built-in pool in.
Oh, a built-in pool, okay.
So when they came and did the inspection for the heater and everything else, it passed. Everything passed. But I'm sure like anything else, somebody looks over everything and noticed on the survey that the deck was a little oversized.
Okay.
But the CO for the deck was issued in July of 2024. I moved in August of 2024. So I'm stuck with this, and I want to just get a variance to maintain that deck.
Okay.
Permit was pulled,
Okay.
and then
All right. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. And thank you for serving.
You're welcome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 5, Appeal 25-405, Alice Pessinen at 8 Pearl Street, Bethpage.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale. Good evening. I'm representing Alice Person of 8 Pearl Street in Bethpage. I have some photos, consent letters for the board. The homeowner is seeking a variance to maintain a pool and equipment and a metal platform not having the required front side yard setback
Thank you.
and exceeding the lot coverage, and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. This house is on the corner of Pearl Street and Helen Court. Helen Court is a dead-end street with only a few houses on it. I've taken many photos for the board showing the fence does not pose interference with traffic in either direction. The front fence has been here over 25 years. It was here when the homeowners purchased the home. The pool is behind the 6-foot fence. This is the only location where the pool could go because there's overhead wires in the other part of the backyard. We do have a consent letter from the abutting neighbor at 6 Pearl Street. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property. As the photos show, the property's in excellent condition. The homeowners have sold the house, and there is money held in escrow.
Okay. It's a lovely fence. Anybody have any questions?
I do. So the driveway, this wooden fence on Pearl Street, as you're looking at the house, as you're looking at number 8 to the left, that's his driveway with there's a car blocking, I can't see the curb cut.
Got two scalloped pieces of fence there.
His driveway's on Pearl Street or Ellen Street? Oh, Pearl Street.
There is no driveway on this property.
Is there no driveway?
No, that's just a gate to the property. As the survey shows, there's no driveway on it.
Yeah, that's not his property.
My concern is with the 6-foot wood fences directly next to the neighbor's driveway.
But that's
And
their
that is
fence,
a
isn't it?
sightline concern, for sure. Someone's walking on that sidewalk, and someone's pulling out, that creates an issue. So you can propose potentially pulling it in at the property line?
That section could be angled off. You know, 2 pieces could be angled off. Make a 45.
Well, I'm sure I'm seeing official.
That should be-
If he angles that, and gives
Yeah,
them-
this here, Bob?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, no, that's
Correct.
fine, it's this
Yes.
one here.
It also, it's a court, and it's not a through street or anything like that, but I understand your concerns.
The other ones I don't have issues.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Right there. Right at the gate. Okay.
And it shouldn't impact your pool, you should be fine.
Yeah, there's room there.
Correct. So, here's it, please. Yes.
Anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing 6, Appeal 25-408, Janila Rasul at 47 Lexington Avenue, Bethpage.
Some pictures.
Thank you.
Wait, did we do 7?
What?
This
6.
is 6.
I'm
6.
sorry, my fault.
That's okay.
Apologize. Tom, tell the truth during this proceeding?
I do. So Michael Arado, 535 Broad Hollow Road, Suite B16, Melville, New York. So we're here today seeking relief for a shed, deck, Bilko door, cellar entrance, fencing, and lot coverage that doesn't meet the R17 zoning requirements. So this lot is undersized by about 1,542 square feet, which unfortunately adds to some of the structures not meeting the setbacks, as well as the lot coverage being over. The current owner purchased this property sometime around December of 2023, and all of the work was done on this except for the shed prior to them buying this. So the shed in question is located in the back of the property, but since this is a corner lot, we are dealing with a front yard setback. The owner had placed this shed in this location because it would take up a lot of the yard if it was placed more in the center of the property. They measured 3 feet off the fence line, but unfortunately, the fence was placed further in on the neighbor's property, so instead of the 3-foot setback, we have that 1.8-foot setback. So when you measure from the fence, it's 3 feet, but on the survey, it's 1.8. The shed in its current location doesn't create any line of sight issues for anyone traveling down Riviere Avenue, and we don't feel that the shed would create an issue in its current location. The height is 11.5, where 10 is allowed. This shed is for storage use only, will not be finished. The Bilko door cellar entrance was created, some time ago, and did appear actually on a survey that the town had from 2018, and it doesn't seem like this was brought up back then. The raised deck in question had a permit. It was R26224. Then it was a 20 by 10 foot deck. It was altered by the prior owner by about 2 feet, but it seems to only be extended frontward. It never went out to the side. So that side yard setback, that was less than 8 feet, was how it was permitted. However, that deck is screened by trees, so it's not visible by the neighbor. The lot coverage is over by 5.8%, which equals about 317 square feet. Much of this is taken up by the shed, which is 250 square feet, and the front roofed-over deck, which is approximately 59 square feet. And again, the lot's undersized, so that's contributing to this going over. The last structure we were seeking relief for is the fencing on the property. So this fencing starts at 6 feet and then decreases to 5 feet, and then at the front of the foundation reduces to 4 feet, and it's a 2-rail estate-style fence, which is completely see-through and doesn't cause any line-of-sight issues for traffic traveling on Riviera Avenue or Lexington Avenue. There's also a stop sign on both streets, and cars can only go left onto Riviera and right onto Lexington, as there's a commercial building on the corner. So if the board was to approve the fencing, the owner would either move the fence on the property line or would apply to the highway department for the right-of-way permit. While these structures are self-created, they have been in existence without any issue, and we don't feel if the board would approve this application, it would create a negative impact on the neighborhood or the environment. We are not aware of anyone having any opposition to this application.
Thank you. That Bilko door, are they repairing it? Is it under, what are they doing with it?
Well, they're trying to do a finished basement, so I think they had gotten a stop work order for the shed, so I think that's under construction, so they covered it so it doesn't get any, like, water in there.
Okay.
But we have permits in to legalize everything.
Anybody else have any questions, comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 7, Appeal 25-425, Patricia Stewart at 17 Coronet Crescent North, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Stetton Place in Farmingdale. I'd like to pass up some photos for the board. I'm representing Ms. Stewart of 17 Coronet Crescent, Bethpage. Ms. Stewart seeking a variance to maintain a sunroom exceeding the permitted lot coverage. This is a ranch-style home. There is a screened room in the back. It's been here for over 25 years. It's not visible from the street, as the photos show, and there is a fence around the property. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and the property is in excellent condition.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 8, Appeal 25-284, Joseph Leela and Shikant Haridas.
Household truth in these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening. Gregory Mindel, 84 Bunker Hill Road, Salisbury, Connecticut. Permit for the owner, Joseph Leah and Srikant Haridas of 6 Miller Circle, Hicksville, New York. We're here this evening requesting permission to construct a second-story addition for 3 bedrooms located on the 2nd floor with a bathroom, a small laundry area, and some much-needed closet space for the family. The proposed addition will maintain the existing side yard of 5.8 feet, and we are required in an R17 zone to maintain an 8-foot side yard, so we're requesting a reduction of 2.2 feet. We're not reducing that side yard any further than what is currently there. As you can see by the site plan, this is an irregular shaped lot, a pie-shaped lot, which creates some other issues. We're requesting permission to reduce the average front yard setback. The average front yard setback on this particular side of Miller Place is 26.06 feet. We're proposing 25.9 feet for a reduction of 0.16 feet, a de minimis request at best. There's a very small cantilever, 12 inches. We're trying to give the house some character on the front to not create a box-like structure. Both houses to the right and left of this property have similar second-story additions, flush on the sides. The house, number 8, actually has a similar side yard issue like we have on the property. The home located across the street maintains a 25-foot front yard setback, but then has a 2-foot cantilever. So these are very common additions in the Hicksville neighborhood. This is a one-family dwelling. There is one kitchen in the house. I know you'll see there's a cellar entrance. There is only one kitchen in this house.
I
There are
would
no
see it.
beds or bedrooms located in the basement.
What's in the basement?
It's a finished basement with a bath.
Full
Boiler
bath?
room.
3-piece bath?
3-piece bath. There's a laundry area, a enclosed boiler room area down there. All of that was there prior to his ownership. So
The
And
home's
how many
on,
bedrooms and baths you can have in the house total when you're done?
there's going to be one bedroom on the first floor in the right rear corner, and then 3 bedrooms located on the second floor.
So you got 4 bedrooms and how many baths?
3 baths.
Including the basement.
That's correct.
I'll just note that the houses on either side have already had a similar extension put on. So this is, you know, to me, does fit in with what's been done. And it's actually the house that's adjacent to it on the right is like a kitty corner because of the cul-de-sac. So it's, you know, it's a little bit of a, I would imagine that it's a non-conforming lot.
That is correct, yes.
Yes, a odd-shaped lot.
Not to make a case for you.
I'm familiar with this neighborhood literally since I'm 12 years old. I've had friends in the whole area, so
All right.
the house is maintained in excellent condition.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to your bar office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Hearing 9, Appeal 25-351, IKEA Property, Inc., at 1100 Broadway Mall, Hicksville.
Good evening, Madam Chairman, members of the board. For the record, my name is Wayne Edwards, Son, Ward Braff, Casignano, 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, Uniondale, New York. I am the attorney for the applicant, IKEA Property, Inc. My client, IKEA, owns the IKEA building located at Section 11, Block 8, Lot 382 on the land and tax map of Nassau County. The building is approximately 220,000 square feet and sits on a 4.23 acre parcel, which is part of the Broadway Mall. It shares parking and roadways with the mall, but it owns the building and improvements. I submitted a packet of materials. I know you know all where it is, but I put a Google photograph so you can see its location. This IKEA opened up in 1989. Prior to that, the area was occupied, if you remember, by a multi-screen movie theater. IKEA is an international company selling furniture and home accessories and is the largest furniture retailer in the world.
Really?
As you are aware, their locations are destination attractions. Very few destination stores left, especially on Long Island, and it's nice that this one is located in the town of Oyster Bay. That means it brings customers not only from the normal locations, but also from out of the area as well. This produces additional customers for businesses in the area and adds to the local economy. IKEA also is proud of their community involvement, working with nonprofits, especially in terms of food insecurity, and employs a large number of employees from the area and utilizes local outside contractors from the area. Thus, it is an economic generator and good citizen, not only of Nassau County, but the town of Oyster Bay. We're here to request something that's very unusual. We want to erect, my client wants to erect, a frame 45 feet by 15 feet on the east side of the building. And for the purpose of that is that they use banner signs, temporary banner signs. And if you look at Exhibit 2, there's other locations, Elizabethtown, New Jersey, and other locations around the world where they put these banner signs. And they're seasonal. So for example, the next banner sign that will be coming up will be, even though it's freezing outside, it will be outdoor furniture. I didn't even know they sold that, so I have to get a new umbrella. So that's what they're doing. They need from you 2 variances. One, they're only allowed to have 2 wall signs for the building. And they have one on the east side, a large one, which this board granted variances for a couple of years ago. And they're only permitted a 5-foot high sign, They're asking for the frame to be 15 feet high. So that's a variance. And that was also a variance that was granted a number of years ago by this board for the existing IKEA signs that are there. Now, the reason for that is that Broadway has 48,000 cars that go past it every single day. 25,000 going south, 23,000 going north. It's got two roadway, major roadway systems on either end. You got Northern State Parkway, LIE, Jericho Turnpike, and on the south, you have Southern State Parkway and Old Country Road. So there's a number of people going by, and they want to grab, even if it's a few of those customers off of the roadway system. In addition, if you'll see Exhibit 3, in front of the store in the Broadway Mall area, we have a large number of businesses, including restaurants, so we can get them in the parking lot and get them into the store. That's a good thing. Broadway Mall currently has an application, it's not doing that well, to create a lifestyle mall. That is in the planning department of this town. IKEA is not part of that application. So when it's redeveloped, it'll be a lifestyle mall, probably have less retail uses, more lifestyle uses, but we still want to grab as many customers as we can, but we can't depend on the mall like we used to. Currently, under the Town of Oyster Bay zoning ordinance, there's really, even though there are permission for temporary banner signs, this size sign in this location, we would have to come back to you and request a permanent sign every time we wanted to change the banner. That would be 4 permanent signs a year, have to come to the Board of Zoning Appeals, and the expense, time, and effort, it wouldn't be practical. So this is what we came up with. Unfortunately, we've all been here a long time. Retail has changed. I was thinking over the weekend, all the retailers that we had lost, many of them large. Some of them would be like Fortunoffs. That was the destination.
Yeah.
And then we have Woolworths, W2 Grants, Sears across the street, perfect example. So we have to support these retailers. It's a dying breed. Wayfair, Amazon.
I do my best, Wayne, I swear.
But having a physical store is important as well.
Yes.
Yes.
And the ability to shop
Very
and go
much
into
so.
it. So what we'd like to do is support, they're asking you, the board, to support them as best you can in terms of this. It might seem trivial in terms of having a banner sign, and I know that on a temporary basis, banner signs are basically not looked well upon, but in this case, having a corporation like IKEA, a retailer of that note, they're not going to be, it's not going to be flapping like.
Exactly, it's gonna be in a frame.
It's going to be a frame, it's going to be done, it's not backlit, there is existing lighting that they're going to use, so it's not going to be ostentatious, it's not going to be flashing, it's not going to be doing something, it's not going to look like a used car dealership on Sunrise Highway, but it'll be something that the town's proud of, and hopefully will help their retail business. So that's basically my presentation. I think under the balancing test, since there are no residential properties, this store, think about it, is basically has the square footage of the Plainview Shopping Center. It's 220,000 square feet. And you think of all the signs that, with the Plainview Shopping Center, if you plastered them all along there, it would be a lot of signs. And, as a note, and I don't know if any of you remember, but my I used to work at a store called Empire. My grandparents started it in Rebecca remembers it, but in 1933, and it was in Hempstead. And one of my first jobs as a kid was putting the signs in the window. But we were drawing, there was no Amazon, there was no, but we were trying to grab customers off of Hempstead Turnpike, Fulton Avenue, or Broadway and Hewlett,
It was a
or.
huge shopping corridor. A&S was there. Lord
Yeah,
Taylor.
A&S,
that
Arnold
word
Constable,
again, yeah.
A&S, Arnold Constable, I can go through the whole list, so, that's why,
Speaking my language, pal.
so that's why I'm talking with such being so fervent about it, because I realize how signs are doing it, and it's in my background in terms of being a retailer. If I wasn't a lawyer, I'd be still a retailer. So that's our presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I have no questions. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision
nice day, everybody.
You too.
Thank you.
Good night.
Take care, Wayne.
Hearing number 10, Appeal 25-409, Pawana Nawabi at 215 Bay Avenue, Hicksville.
Hello again.
Hello.
I'm here tonight representing the Nawabi family who seek 3 variances before you to maintain a shed and some fencing. Our first request is to permit a 10 by 12 shed to remain with a 4.58 setback in lieu of the 29.5-foot side front yard setback. It's a very low-lying shed, only measuring about 8'3" to the highest point and barely visible from the street. I did provide some photographs of it. Our second and third request combined is to permit a 6-foot-high, PVC fence to remain across the side front street on Franklin Street. The neighbor at 3 Franklin's driveway is actually on the opposite side of the property, on the east side, and the fence does not impose any sightline issues. However, I noticed there are some shrubs that extend past the fence that create a little bit of a sightline issue, and the owner would be willing to kind of cut those back. I actually just drew, on the survey, I highlighted a little area that I thought cut back a little bit as far as the shrubbery goes. That's basically it.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing 11, Appeal 25-413, Chuhua Baljit at 13 Irving Court, Hicksville.
Thank you. Thank you. Councilor Booth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Tremuan Baljit of 13 Irving Court, Hicksville, New York. We are requesting a variance to maintain an existing second kitchen for a proposed parent-child use, which is located in an R17 zone and permitted with the Zoning Board of Appeals approval. The occupants would be Tremuan Baljit, his wife Ruth Baljit, his son Nicholas Baljit will reside on the first floor, Mr. and Mrs. Baljit's daughter, Grace Rabersad, and her husband, Vikash Rabersad, would be residing on the second floor. All the adult occupants have signed the Declaration of Restricted Covenants, which requires 1 entry, 1 doorbell, 1 mailbox, 1 boiler, 1 electric meter, and a minimum of 5 open risers to the second floor, and for the permit to be renewed every 3 years. The proposed accessory parent-child unit on the second floor exceeds the maximum permitted number of bedrooms. We are proposing to maintain the 3 existing bedrooms, where 2 bedrooms are permitted. We are also requesting a reduction of the required off-street parking spaces, providing 2 spaces where 3 off-street parking spaces are required. There were previous zoning board decisions for this property. Decision number 62-289, dated June 21st, 1962, which granted a variance to construct a dwelling with less lot width, side yard, and aggregate side yards. Decision number 90-105, A and B, dated April 5th, 1990, which granted a variance to construct a second-story addition with less side and aggregate side yards, and to install a second kitchen and a 1-family dwelling for use as a mother-daughter residence, and to provide off-street parking in tandem. This decision was amended on May 15th, 2014, to amend the Declaration of Restricted Covenants. And decision number 23-363, dated August 17th, 2023, which granted a variance to maintain an existing 1-story addition, shed, and pool equipment. We're also asking for that decision to be amended with our application this evening. Mr. and Mrs. Baljit purchased this property in August of 2025 and immediately filed applications with the building department to properly obtain the necessary permits to maintain the parent-child use for their family. Photos of the property, along with 9 consent letters, which include all the abutting property owners, has been submitted to the board. The property is well maintained, and the existing parent-child use, which has existed for 36 years, will continue to be consistent with the character of this neighborhood. We will also provide updated licenses to the zoning board's office. That completes our application.
You did or you will?
I'm sorry?
You said you did or you will?
We will.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Palumbo, I have a couple of comments about this application. You know, the conditions of a parent-child, 2 bedrooms, 3 parking spaces. They're asking for relief of both of those conditions. And I have a problem with that, because that's why we have parent-child applications with conditions. It looks like the driveway can handle the 3 parking spaces. I mean, 3 cars. I see that we granted, before, we allowed the parking in tandem, which we normally do not, but, I don't like the idea of relief of both of those conditions.
Well, the driveway can, there's a spot, with a- I'm sorry, hold on. Before I answer that. Yeah, there's a spot in the existing garage, and the driveway can accommodate the additional 2 spaces. The building department wrote up the rejection as such, but we probably we can accommodate 3 cars off the street. And
And-
eliminate that request.
And the accessory bedroom, you know, we normally say no to that.
I understand.
And the reason being is that now everybody who comes through here, if we start granting it, is gonna be asking for the same thing, and this is not supposed to be a 2-family house.
It's not, it's a parent-child use. The 3 bedrooms have existed since 1990. They bought this house, or they purchased
So
this
it
house
was
to
a
relocate their
parent-child
family,
like
hoping that
that?
they would continue that. I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, I talked over
No,
you, I
that's right.
apologize. This has been a parent-child before.
Since
former-
1990.
And there were 3 bedrooms in,
Yes.
I guess their lawyer didn't pick it up when you said they're new owners, right?
I'm sorry?
They're new owners?
They're the new owners. They just purchased in 2025. I worked with the previous owners as well and verified that there were proper permits and extensions to that parent-child, and that plan hasn't changed over the years. The plan that I presented this evening is the same plan that's existed since 1990.
is,
What is
so,
the proposed cellar entrance?
Yeah, that was,
There's a proposed cellar entrance. What they want is they want to have access to the rear yard. So we're proposing a cellar entrance so that we go into the mechanical room. It's tremendous, you can see it's quite a distance off the street. It's facing the rear yard. It's not really conducive to, you know, any access direct access from a street.
There's an entrance to the cellar from inside the house, correct?
There is.
Is there a bathroom in the basement?
There's a 2-piece lavatory,
What else is there?
just an open rec space. It's represented on the plans. Fully open space, storage room, and existing mechanical room. I have the plans here if you want them.
so are there 3 bedrooms downstairs also?
No, the cellar?
No, the main
The cellar is
floor.
not divided at
The
all.
main floor.
The main floor,
I do think the cellar is divided, sorry, Mr.
by
Como, but
by a
based
mechanical room and a storage room. But other than that, it's a very open space.
There's a video online from when the house was for sale that shows a separate office in the basement.
There's an office in the basement?
It's actually a
That
pretty
doesn't
cool, the
exist now.
video was
There was a storage room and there was a treadmill down there. On the first floor, there are 3 bedrooms.
that's,
So
yes,
it's a
that's it.
6-bedroom
This is
house.
it. This is where it's,
3 bedrooms on the first floor,
Okay.
yes.
see, they have like a little bit of a, it is labeled as storage on
How
here,
many,
your
do you know how many children?
Is labeled storage?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Do you know how many children they have? Or-
They have a son, a daughter, and a son-in-law.
Little ones.
Okay. I meant,
Are there any little children?
thinking of
Oh,
the
not that I'm
bedroom.
aware of, no.
Oh, okay.
But, you know, in the future, I'm
In the
sure they're
future,
going to
okay.
have a family. Yeah.
All right, we will deliberate and we'll talk about it. Anybody
Thank
else have
you.
any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Chairwoman Byrne, I'm gonna recuse myself from the next application.
Thank you.
Hearing 12, Appeal 25-508, 350 Broadway, Hicksville, LLC, doing business as Vault Storage Solutions. at 350 Broadway, Hicksville.
Good evening, Madam Chair, members of the board. Eric Snipers on behalf of the applicant with the law firm of Greenberg Traurig, 900 Stewart Avenue, Garden City, New York. Do have some green cards,
Thank you.
as well as an exhibit packet to hand up. Going back and forth as to whether or not the exhibit packet is overkill, and then as you could hear from my voice, I started losing it, so I decided to go forward with it. Thankfully, it does have a lot of my arguments in support of tonight's application. So we are here tonight appearing on behalf of 350 Broadway Hicksville LLC, which is the contract vendee of 350 Broadway Hicksville. On behalf of 350 Broadway Hicksville is Nicholas Girardi, a member. We're seeking permission to allow the parking area of the proposed storage facility to extend into the R17 portion of the property, and as you will see in the exhibit packet as well as in my arguments tonight, this is consistent with prior approvals and the historic use of the site. Property is approximately 1.6 acres and split zone between the general business and R17 zoning districts, with the GB portion fronting on Broadway and running more than half the depth of the property, and the remainder in the R17 zoning district. We're proposing a 108,000 square foot building to be used as a storage warehouse facility. The project was granted special use permit and site plan approval by the town board on October 21st of 2025 under resolution 759-2025. This property, dating back to at least 1971, has been utilized as unimproved parking areas. In fact, in 1971, the town's zoning board approved a special use permit to use Business G and Residential D zone property for off-street parking to support the health insurance plan of Greater New York Building. That's in page 3 of your packet. Then if you flip to the next page, page 4, the 2004 aerial, there's a yellow line that runs from the rear property line to just past the midpoint of the property. That yellow line is a 102 feet, approximately 102 feet, proving that the parking has been used within 102 feet of the property in the R17 district for many years. Now, over the last several years, as you go through the other photos in the exhibit packet, the property has been used to store trucks, landscaping equipment, and the like. You'll see a couple pictures of porta potties, mulch piles, things of that nature. The proposed site plan, we are proposing a very substantial buffer at the rear of the property, up to 50 feet in width. The site is fully compliant with the town's parking requirements and all other dimensional requirements. So the only relief we are seeking tonight is the relief we're requesting to park within the R17 zoning district. And that concludes my presentation. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
You too, thank you.
Me too.
Hearing number 13, Appeal 25-412, Alex Zeno at 14 Elmwood Court, Plainview.
Good evening, Lorenzo Clayton, expediter for the applicant.
Can you just raise your right hand, please?
Sorry.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Yes, Lorenzo Clayton, Post Office Box 24, Westboro, New York.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, expediter for Mr. Zeno. We have probably a record of the most simplest variance imaginable. And for the first time that I've been here, and you correct me if I'm wrong, it's not self-created, which I have never seen something like this. The fact of the matter is pretty simple. We're looking to bump out the garage. It'll actually come even with the porch that's across from it. We have a consent, which I'll hand up, from the neighbor at 16 Elmwood.
I'll take it, sir. Please.
Thanks.
Thank you.
And so it'll not only give us some aesthetic symmetry, it'll also allow him to get his Wagoneer inside of the garage. I mean, he's got a Wagoneer that I did the calculations, 226 inches, which is 19 feet long. He's got 3 young kids, and as they drive, that'll also help with the off-street parking. You know, they'll be able to keep it inside. And in this inclement weather, it's kind of nice to get in your vehicle, load up your family, and then go outside in the elements. And Saturday, I wish we had this hearing next week, so Saturday will have passed us. But, so that's pretty much where we stand. It's only, I believe, 2.1 inches, you know, that we're asking for. So with that, we'll take any questions from the board.
I don't think anybody has any questions. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the
Thank you. Have a
decision
good
of the board will be
evening.
forwarded to you.
Thank you.
both.
Stay
Thank
warm.
you.
Hearing 14, Appeal 25-421, Eric Rosenbaum at 15 Country Drive, Plainview.
I'll tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Gennaro Cozzolino, 2125 Deer Park Avenue, Deer Park, New York, 11729. Good evening, Madam Chairperson, members of the board. Gennaro Cozzolino for the homeowner Eric Rosenbaum, residing at 15 Country Drive, Plainview, also known as Section 12, Block 553, Lot 15, located in the R17 zone. We're requesting relief from the board to construct a 7 by 18 two-story front addition, a second floor addition above that, and also a front portico. Proposed additions require variance for lot coverage, requesting to build at 26.14% from permitted 25%, a difference of 1.14%. Variance for minimum side yard setback, requesting to build at 4.85 feet from permitted 8 feet, a difference of 3.15 feet. Variance for side front yard setback, requesting to build at 19.9 feet from permitted 20 feet, a difference of 0.1 feet. Variance to maintain a 6-foot PVC fence in side front yard on property line instead of permitted setback of 19.9 feet. The existing fence has been there for several years with no complaints from any of the neighbors. I have some pictures for the record. The fence does not create a line of sight obstruction. The proposed two-story front addition and the second floor addition will only extend forward, therefore will not encroach further into the pre-established side yard setback, nor the front yard setback. Proposed additions comply with all other zoning requirements. The proposed AC units will be located behind the fencing and properly screened.
There you go.
The additions will have no significant impact to the environment, will not affect any of the adjacent properties, and will fit in with the character and nature of the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. That fence doesn't cause any sightline issues for anybody, right?
None.
You can see it in the pictures.
Yeah. All right. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
One
You
down.
too,
Good
thank
night.
you.
Susan,
Yes?
they're all different.
Hearing 15,
I think they're all different.
Appeal 20,
Yes.
that's okay. Appeal 25-417, Alyssa Borg at 25 Bluebird Lane, Plainview.
I'm back.
Hi.
Hi. I'm here tonight again, representing the Borg family, who seek only one variance before you to amend specific plan variance 14-235 dated 7-10-14. I was here before you in 2014, time flies, to build a side pantry addition that needed a side yard setback variance, which was granted and will not be changed with this new project. Our only request is to allow a 5 and 12 roof pitch on a proposed rear second-story addition as to line up with the existing ridge of the house. All other aspects of this new project will comply with zoning, and it won't even be visible from the street.
I was gonna ask why the 5 on 12, and you told me, and that's a good answer.
Right to the ridge.
Good answer.
Perfect.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hearing number 16, Appeal 25-419, Glenn Coronis at 143 Sutton Drive, Plainview.
Thank you. Counsel, truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, Permits are Us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here on behalf of Mr. Coronis, a property known as 143 Sutton Drive in Plainview, located in R17 zone, maintaining a rear enclosed porch with a rear yard setback of 23.1 feet where 25 is required, and a lot coverage of 25.9 where 25% is allowed, and encroachment of eaves and gutters. My client's father passed away. The house went up for sale. They realized an open permit from 1961. The client bought the house in 1969. The enclosed porch existed then. Apparently, they never closed out the permit because they built it enclosed instead of a roof over. And here we are.
And here we are. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great night, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hearing number 17, Appeal 25-415, John Navarrete at 269 Syosset Woodbury Road, Woodbury.
Hi again. I'm here tonight representing the Navarrete family, who seek one variance before you to build an attached garage with a guest room above. Our only request is to allow a 10.2-foot side yard setback on the east side of the property instead of the 15-foot minimum required by ordinance. The 4.8 feet difference makes this a much-needed roomy garage with property that doesn't have a garage, and they need the storage space. Above will be just a one big room guest suite for visiting family and friends. The style of the addition blends nicely with the slate gambrel roofs. We don't feel this is a major request.
No, the property lines are pretty
Wide,
big at
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
that
there's-
zone, yeah.
absolutely.
There's 30 feet on the opposite side, so
Did they contact the neighbor by?
they did talk to the neighbor, they don't have any problem with
Okay.
it.
All right.
I
Anybody
told
else
them
have any
I
questions?
told them to bake them a cake.
They-
Never hurts.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is hearing 18, Appeal 25-512, 122 Southwoods LLC, located at 122 Southwoods Road, Woodbury, New York.
How are you? Good evening, Madam Chairwoman and members of the board. Elisabetta Cascignano with the law firm Psalm Ward Braff Cascignano, located at 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard. So I'm here this evening with my client, 122 Southwoods, the member Amanda Albert, who resides at the property with her family. The architect, James DeLuca of record, is also here if the board has any questions. Just as a matter of housekeeping, we mailed to all the affected neighbors. We submitted photocopies to the ZBA office. We also have photographs of the property as it exists, a consent from the adjacent neighbor, and previous decisions which were granted in this case, so I'll just hand them up.
Thank you, Madam.
Subject premises is located at 122 Southwoods Road, designated as Section 14, Block E, Lot 1166 on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map. It's approximately 2 acres, Although the address is Southwoods, the premises is actually located on an interior development, and it's reached by a private road. It's also located in the town's residential R1 2A zoning district. Thanks. It's okay. So a little bit about this property. Actually, I represented the former owner, the Paul and Santa LaRuccia, who were here in 2022 and obtained a variance for a garage, an attached garage. The board should know that the footprint of this home has not changed, although the notice says proposed sunroom, that's all existing. So it was on the prior survey. Somehow, somewhere, something didn't get picked up. But everything is being maintained as it was at that time. The only small addition are, I believe, 2 bay windows. And the reason we're here is that in 2024, in December of 2024, Amanda and her family went on vacation. A hot water pipe broke and pretty much kept going for the full 10 days and ruined her entire house. So they had to move out. They're still not in their home because in December of 2025, they have their building permits, they've been doing inspections, but it turned up that the reviewer reviewed the final plans, I guess, and saw that something wasn't picked up, so we were gonna need these 2 variances. And that's why we're here today, and now she's running out of time because the insurance company doesn't wanna pay, it's been 14 months. So the variances we're seeking are to building coverage of 8.48%, where the maximum is 6%, and a gross floor area of variance of 10,342 square feet, where the maximum permitted is 9,600 square feet. In terms of the lot coverage, it's really a 0.46% change, because in 2021, it was already 8.06%. So we're going from 8.06% to, what was that number? 8.48%. Again, the lot coverage was the same back in 2022, it just wasn't picked up. The building has not changed, other than these 2 small bay windows that are there. Let's see, we feel like it's not self-created, because if we didn't have this major problem at the house, we would never have known any of this. So that's basically why we're here today. And if the board has any other questions, I'll be glad to answer them.
I don't have any. Let's get this lady back in her house.
Yes, thank you.
Correspondence?
Do you want to see if there's anybody or?
Oh, I'm sorry. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. In the decision, the board will be voted to by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a good evening.
You too. Thank you.
Hearing 19, Appeal 25-432, Ann Tully and David Neer at 33 Washington Avenue, Glen Head.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening, my name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Ann and David Nair, owners of 33 Washington Avenue, Glen Head, New York, Section 20, Block 7, Lot 16. This property is in an R17 zone. An application was filed to maintain a shed. The existing shed does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet, and aggregate side yard of 20 feet. The existing side yard setback is 2 feet, and the existing aggregate side yard setback is 15.6 feet. The shed was installed in 2005. My client spoke to the abutting neighbors, who indicated they didn't have any issues. One thing I'd just also like to mention is we were actually before the board in 2022 for a permit for the generators and variance for the generators, decision 25-511. So the generator was in the front yard. The shed was in the same location. For whatever reason, it wasn't picked up. It was just after trying to close that out, we were made aware of a retaining wall and a fence that also needed to be permitted. So in doing that, we're waiting for those permits actually to be issued, and we were made aware that the shed also needed a variance, so that's why we're here today.
Okay. Do we have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board be forwarded to you by office.
Thank you, have a good evening. Cole Gartmayer, COLEGARTMAY.
Hearing 20, Appeal 25-318, Marjorie Giordani at 56 Kellogg Street, Oyster Bay.
Last one, I
Yes.
promise. Literally last one.
That one street you had Blueberry, just sounds so spring-like, or Bluebird, that was,
I'm here tonight representing the Giordani Pettion family, and we seek two variances before you. Our first request is to permit a 4x10 portico to remain with less than the required front yard setback of 25 feet, and we're asking for 7.7 feet. And our last request is to permit an existing 8x10 shed to remain 2.7 feet off the property line in lieu of the 3 feet.
Okay. Anybody have any questions?
None.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? None. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board be voted to.
Thanks,
by
everybody.
roll.
Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
It's going away.
How you feeling, okay?
Speedy. Speedy Gonzalez over here, huh?
You know what, I think Cole's kept up.
Let's just go straight through.
You good?
So it would seem.
So cold tonight, I would think unless they, like.
It's a three-dog night.
A homeless rodents or something.
Did you actually
Right.
get the biscuit after, did she actually get it after?
Great.
Hearing number one, appeal number 25-433.
I'm fine with that, I'll move that.
Lewis? I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number two, appeal number 25-349. Oh, this is gonna be on reserve because we gotta take a look at this fence.
Silence.
Yes?
Yes.
You wanna look at it, Kathy? Oh, you gonna wait?
I'm going away.
I'll take care of it.
Can you look?
I'll take care of it.
Oh.
Brian?
Unless you want me down on the South Shore.
I got it.
Okay, thank you. Hearing number three, appeal number 25-406. This looks okay. to
I'll
me.
move this.
I'll second it.
Kathy and Rebecca, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number four, appeal number 25-514.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy and Brian, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number five, appeal number 25-405. We're gonna angle two sections of the fence.
Right.
Susan?
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number six, appeal number 25-408.
This is.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number seven, appeal number 25-425.
I'll move that, that's it.
Lois?
Second.
Kathy, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number eight, appeal number 25-284.
This is the one that the houses on either side have already,
Similar.
done their second story additions.
You wanna move it, Rebecca?
Yeah, I'll move it, no
second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 25-351.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Happy and Lois.
We gotta keep us serious.
Yes.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 25-409.
No sightline issues, I'll move it.
Brian?
Weren't they going to cut the shrubs on this one?
Yeah, I don't know that we can condition it on that,
The
can
fence
we?
was okay, but the shrubs
It's a
go
living,
past, yeah.
It's a living
yeah.
fence, yeah,
It is.
No?
because the inspectors can't keep going back
Okay.
every year when the shrubs
Right.
grow, so they don't.
So-
Brian moved it, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 25-413.
You know, at first I didn't like it, but after what he said, it
Yeah.
sounds like it's the town's mistake, it sounds like
Yeah.
it's passed through. I almost feel you have to, it's not fair not to, because they bought this in good faith.
No, I agree with you.
But what about the proposed cellar entrance? What are,
It's not before us.
It's not.
okay,
For us.
there
He
you go.
also, I don't know how we want to do it, but didn't he agree to withdraw the parking spaces?
So it would have to be in tandem, Brian? You'd have to offer it in tandem?
Which is why they should have wrote it up that way. I don't
Yeah.
understand why they didn't, because we granted it that way 2
Because
years ago.
one in the
Right.
garage and one behind would be considered in tandem. We
Right.
didn't advertise it that way.
Well, I'm gonna,
He got me on that one
Yeah.
too, so I mean, I was ready to
Yeah.
take this
He
apart.
does have the 3.
He
It's
does.
He does
just-
have the
Yeah,
three,
he
and
does
has the
have the
garage,
3,
unless
because he
it's-
has the garage.
Is the garage or whatever.
so I'm gonna
You gonna
move it, I'll move it.
Lois?
Yep.
And anybody second it?
I'll second.
Flo will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 12, appeal number 25-508.
Flo was recused.
Flo is recused, correct.
This looks fine to me, I
Yeah,
think.
it's fine to me too.
Rebecca?
Sure.
And Lois, all in favor? Aye. Any
Aye.
opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 25-412. This was a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll move it.
Flo will move it,
That was Brian.
and Brian will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 25-421.
Yeah, there's brand-new houses across the street, all, I don't think he's asking for much, I'd move it.
Brian will move it, I will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 25-417.
The roof that's in the back of the house.
Yeah, I'm gonna move this.
I'll second.
Read.
Paul will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. I don't know the rest,
A little late for that.
Hearing number 16, appeal number 25-419. Enclosed porch, this also went under the radar for years.
Yeah, I'll move this one.
Kathy will move this.
I'll second.
Lisa will second, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 25-415.
I'll move this one.
Is that you, Rebecca?
That was me.
That was Rebecca? Okay.
Rebecca, who wants to second it?
I'll second.
Lois, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 25-512.
The sunroom was not picked up on the original, that's why the numbers, everything was existing.
Right,
But the first time, the sunroom didn't get picked up.
right, so it's existing, you just want to take that proposed out, right?
Yeah.
I'll move it.
Kathy will move it, I will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 25-432.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Flo and Lois, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 20, appeal number 25-318.
I'll move it.
Brian will move it, and I will second it, all in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. And that brings us to,
Extensions of time.
Extension of time.
are they the same ones?
No, it's two different ones, it's Delaney and it's, Erie Meadow Estates. Those are the same companies and
I make a motion that we do them all under one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a motion that we vote for all the extensions of time under one, vote, because with, the weather that we've been having and the economic uncertainty, it's, we don't really wanna be punitive towards our contractors.
You're second.
And Flo will second that. All in favor, aye, any opposed, ayes have it, so moved. And
So it's Rebecca and Flo.
That's for all of those. Okay, wonderful. Brings us to reserved decision.
I was absent for this.
Okay, the first one is Rebecca and Flo cannot vote. The first one is 25-369, Fazul Hook and Sajinda Kame, 77 Harrison Avenue, Hicksville. You guys had heard this. I know there was some opposition from the neighbors. All of their IDs are in order.
So we've now got all the IDs in orders?
They always were.
They were, okay.
Yeah, I pulled out I know that they had handed in, the neighbors had handed in an exhibit that they had applied to maintain a two-family house in Babylon, which is allowed, accessory apartments in Babylon. They evidently don't require any ID. Their IDs are all at 77 Harrison here. He claims that this is where they live.
And those are suitable IDs, right? Correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
They were all suitable IDs. And along with parent-child, if it puts your minds at ease a little bit, when a parent-child use is granted by you on the decision, and they also sign a declaration of covenants and restrictions, which allows the town with 48 hours' notice to go inside. They have to allow the town in. It's the only variance that does that. And if they deny us access, then they're terminated.
So Susan, if the neighbors call in and complain about this, we have a right to go out and inspect?
Yes, oh yeah, they certainly do.
Okay.
And we'll have code we'll immediately contact them. Again, if they refuse our admittance of one of our inspectors, then because they sign they notarized document that says that they will always allow 48 hours notice and let us in.
And then we can revoke it if they don't?
And then then their permit will be revoked.
Okay.
Okay? If that helps you.
So I'll move it.
I'll second.
Who's that?
Lisa?
Lisa,
So that's me and Lisa.
everybody else is okay?
Yes.
Okay, very good, thank you. The next one is, they're two together, 25-319 and 25-320. The night of the hearing, the gentleman that did the presenting named the adult occupants, and one of the people that he named, when you were questioned why they needed so many bedrooms, the woman, I think it was the daughter-in-law, was not listed. I didn't have an ID for her. She hadn't signed the Declaration of Covenants and Restrictions. I had nothing. So we put it on reserve that night. He subsequently gave me her ID. I have the IDs. Now it's 5 adults living in the house. I have a copy of everything. That was why we had to stop, because I couldn't let him go forward if I didn't have an ID, and he's giving the name of a person that I had no idea who she was. So there's 5 adults, and then the rest is, as you can see, asking for the 3 bedrooms, the parking spaces along on the second page. These are 2 together, the existing 1-story addition and the pool equipment. So if you'd like, I have the file here. If you'd like to refresh your memory, look at anything, I have it.
I'll move it. Who said that?
Rita said it.
But I have Rita's absent and Rebecca's absent.
Okay, so I'll move
Rita
it.
and Rebecca absent, sorry.
Read, you're not doing nothing.
Neither Rita nor I can vote on this one,
Okay, so
right?
I moved
No
it.
Rita, no Rebecca, right.
Kathy has moved it. Can somebody second that?
I can second that.
Okay.
Thank you, Brian.
Kathy and Brian. Kathy and Brian. Kathy, Brian, and just 2 names for the parent-child extension calendar, please.
Kathy and Brian.
Very good.
I think we're great, so yes.
It's a winning
I
combination.
mean, look what we're doing here.
Everybody, this is my wife.
Hi, how are you? Hello, nice to meet you.
My bodyguard, chauffeur.
Oh, that's right.
else?
Low salt diet.
So at the next one, no Brian, no Lois, and no Kathy, but I have the rest of them, right? Because we're only gonna be 4.
Yep.
February 19th. Rebecca, okay, very good. You'll be here? Very good. Thank you.
So did you like